Okay, let's access the actual logs now. So can I just type the logs, or do I really have to click them? Yeah, I guess I have to click them. Block 4. May as well start from the beginning. The music just changed. A pack of idiots. Smith Kyung Sam. Alright. When our family falls into decline, I just want it to be perfectly clear why. It's because Daehyun's sons are the biggest collection of idiots on the entire ship. Father says these sorts of words shouldn't be written down, calling them unfilial, but I'm skeptical. I intend no disrespect to my noble ancestors, but my dead uncle is no ancestor of mine, and his family deserves no respect. This has been in motion for years now. It was an inevitability, even, that any sons of Daehyun would be turned out the way they did. But up until now, to anyone outside of the family, it's been well hidden. Only now is it starting to fall apart in a way that no amount of good politics can disguise. I'll say recognize. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best not to fuck up, but I'm only human. I'll try. The turning point was this year. At the time I write this, I am returning from Sang-jung's funeral. In that family, there were 3 brothers, Sang-jung, the drunk, Sang-kyu, the dim-witted brute, and Sang-min, who despite being the eldest seems to have more interest in cavorting with courtesans than creating an heir. Noticeably absent from the morning proceedings was Sang-kyu. What he was doing, I do not know. Knowing him, I can only guess. Damn it, Steam! This is not the time for messages! Because you're interrupting me during a game, I'm not going to get rid of that text, so too bad for you. The affair was made even more laughable by Sang-min and his widowed mother's insistence that Sang-jung had died of natural causes. Apparently, they had even found a doctor willing to put such nonsense on the official record. An unmarried noble managing to drink his way into the grave at only 30 years of age would be embarrassing enough. To brazenly try to hide the obvious, however, that will mark the beginning of the Smith family's fall. Wait, which one is it? Sang-jung. Which one was he? He was the drunk, right? Yeah, Sang-jung drunk was the drunk. Q was the dim-witted brute, and Min was the eldest, who was basically just fooling around with people. Sang-min and his widowed mother. Well, that's the oldest one. Okay. So far, they haven't mentioned Q a whole lot. Okay, so that's that. Back to block 4. Nothing more right now. So on to block 6. Dear Smith. Wait, by mute? That's another AI. Because it's got the star. Can I access that AI? I'll try that in a later, hang on. Smith Kyung-sam, I don't know why you insist on putting this all in writing when we could just have a perfectly good conversation. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to do it. Whatever you want, you're the man. I just think it's a little weird. Don't really get it. Anyway, as to your question, you're spot on about the pale bride being the focus of attention in the royal family. Not for the reasons you wanted, though. I don't know where you heard those rumors, but they are so not true. That girl, a troublemaker? No way, I don't see it. Like, it's not even convincing as a rumor. That girl is the most polite, most obedient person I've ever seen in my entire life. The idea of her fighting with her husband is completely unimaginable. In over a month, I've never so much as heard her raise her voice in disagreement. She's quiet, courteous, and does everything she's told without even the slightest hesitation. I'm sorry, but there's just no way you could possibly exploit any drama here. This is as undramatic a situation as it gets, especially not compared to what the situation with your cousin and that courtesan. Don't get me wrong. She bugs the hell out of me. The girl is just too perfect. She's young, she's beautiful, she's demure to the point where I don't even think she has a personality of her own, but she also gets along perfectly with the queen. Of course she commands all the attention of the emperor. Like, can you blame him? I'm sorry, but there's no way he's ever going to be anything but extremely grateful to the Kim family for giving her over. Whose wife is it? I'm just trying to figure out some of the more details, because I don't really know any of the names yet, obviously, so I don't know who's who. Something about the Pale Bride, and she doesn't really do a whole lot. I don't think it mentioned her husband. Okay, so Pale Bride is very polite and all that stuff. Can I get you to say something without even having it flicker? If you look in your interface, once you open a document, you can click on that little button of me to show me whatever it is. Oh. Once you open a document, you can click on that little button of me to show me whatever it is. Oh, okay. So then she'll comment on it. So which subject do you wish to know more about? Okay. I can get you to comment on this then. Because that looks like it was written by an AI. Oh, written by Mute? So, whoops, I'm sorry. I don't really know how I got that in there. Yeah, don't pay any attention to that. Sorry, none of that really matters. I'll just go ahead and remove that. Really, I'm not normally this much of a klutz, I swear. Huh. Wait, so is it... Huh. So, is it a different name now? Written by Smith Kyung Sam. Is she hiding something? I'm not sure if that's another AI or if it really is a something that she botched up. Let's see if she has anything to say. Same as she said before. Oh, well, sorry. You've heard that all already, right? I think I just repeated myself there. Sorry, I kind of tend to do that. That's, well, that's the problem with computers. They tend to respond in the same way to things. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't help it. I get they're trying to make her a little more human here, but this wasn't entirely necessary to put. I won't mention it again, but, well, here. Let me change something to try to make things less confusing to you. If the Speak to Me menu item with the Show Message button is grayed out, that means I have nothing new for you. Hopefully that will help. Oh, so I guess it was worthwhile to do this. Otherwise, it's just a weird quirk you'll have to accept. Sorry. Okay. Let me see if I can use the override terminal. Hang on. If I do enable AI... Okay. Hang on, what are the text commands again? Can I do enable AI mute? Invalid personality specified. Alright, so I can't do anything. So it must have been either a genuine screw-up, or I just can't access mute for whatever reason right now. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Well, I guess I can save. Anyways. Get out of that. No, I don't want to quit. Shit. Do it. No. Oh, I know what I do. Quit. Remember, it's a text console. I should have known that. Alright. How do I get back to the documents? Access log documents. I wonder if she actually has anything to say about Block 4. I want to hear what she has to say about most of these. So here's the background, I suppose. There were two major noble families on the Mugunghwa. Again, just guessing. The Kims were the big one, as I'm sure you can see. The Smiths were the other major family, but I'm afraid I can't really tell you very much about them. They were the most important family on the ship until just before the end. The High Magistrate was a Smith until the very last year, even. I can give you a little info... what? I can give you a little bit about them. Shouldn't there be an info? A little bit of info? Anyways, for reference, so you can see who the Kim men thought their big enemy was. Huh? The Smiths didn't really matter very much at the end, so I can't... Well, I don't know much about them. I certainly never met any of them, so I'm just going off what I've read. Here, this should give you an idea of what I mean. Oh. Okay. It's mainly the same stuff, right? Yeah, it's pretty much the same stuff. Alright. So it's good to talk to her on most of these because she adds information to it, such as, oh, she just added a bunch of block text. So I guess you want to talk to her so she'll unlock stuff. Hang on, this says it's new. Of course the author's new, but I don't know if any of this is new. Wait, oh, this is a new front page, isn't it? When he died this year, my father was an absolute nobody. I don't say this to disrespect his honor. It's the complete opposite. He knew it, and that was a far worse fate than he ever deserved. It wasn't until I was maybe 16 that I even realized we were supposed to be from a noble family. Certainly we never had much of means. Father was a minor official in the interior decks, and spent his last days dealing with minor peasant disputes. Of all things, peasant disputes. With the poverty we lived in, no wonder it never really sank in that we were of noble blood. Not until I met the main family for the first time. They were proud, despite the fact that I now realize that they too were suffering from our same lack of royal favor. But I could tell the difference. They hadn't given up. Their son was still alive at that time, and even though he was a child half my age, I couldn't believe his confidence. They put us to shame, absolutely put us to shame. But their son died later that year, and my father died just a few months ago. I didn't know what we were going to do, but Mother, Mother managed to convince sister's husband to adopt me into the main Kim family. I don't think it took much. So now I'm heir, just like that, Kim Jong-soo's adopted son. Not that I have the time or position to be proud, but having spoken sincerely with my new father, I think we're on the same page. I'm going to study furiously, and I'm going to become a scholar official. What I didn't tell him was my ambition. I won't settle for any peasant jobs. I'll be better than that. I'm not going to stop until I manage to fulfill my father's dream, High Magistrate. I won't settle. I will not settle. I think Jung-soo expects me to disappoint him, but I damn well will not. If I'm heir of the Kim family, if I'm not going to let him down. He wants prosperity, I'll give it to him. More importantly, I'm never going to let any other Kim son feel like his family doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Never again. I swear on my ancestors. Never again. Alright, what does my AI friend have to say? Well, I suppose I can give you more about Young Suk. Again, I'm guessing the name pronunciation. I don't really know how to pronounce most of this. I don't know. I don't think you'll really find him very interesting, but here, you can see for yourself. Okay, so when I talk to her, she mainly unlocks stuff, so I can read more block texts. I'm guessing in that way, I guess I should actually instead go through each block in order. Because these are mainly, for the most part, from the same people. The time skips forward, but the author mainly stays the same, and I think it's important to see the character progression for each person. So I'm going to go back to block 4 and read those.